how are you? Chris Rosselli here. Hey, thanks a lot for coming by my website and checking out this free video. You're probably here because you saw my article in the latest issue of Totally Tennis magazine, where I talk about foot and ankle muscles and how strengthening them will help to prevent foot and ankle injuries. Now, there's a lot of different foot and ankle injuries that people can experience when they play tennis. You know, they can sprain an ankle, they can develop repetitive stress injuries like plantar fasciitis, they can stub toes and have various injuries to that aspect of their feet. And this part of our body is really stressed a lot during tennis. So I'm going to show you some strengthening exercises that you can use to prepare your feet for tennis and to, over the long haul, get them strengthened up so that the injuries that a lot of people do experience in their feet playing tennis are going to be a lot less likely to happen to you. So let's go out to the gym floor and let's go over some of those exercises. Alright, so the first thing that I want to show you guys is a series of isometric exercises. Now, isometric means without movement. Okay, these types of exercises are really critical to strengthen the weaker positions of the feet and ankles. Okay, because not every position that you get your feet into is as strong as the others. Some of them are actually really weak in comparison, and those are the positions that we typically injure ourselves in. So I'm going to go over a series of these isometric exercises that help to strengthen the feet in the weakest positions that they can get into. So what I'm going to have you do initially is you're going to take your shoes off, and first thing I want you to do is I want you to take one foot and I want you to just raise the arch of that foot and push it against the other one. Now what you're going to feel is you're going to feel some muscles along the arch of your foot as well as kind of on the lower part of the ankle here. Okay, those are going to be squeezing. Okay, you're going to push into the opposite foot for about 10 seconds and then relax. You're going to do that again. Now this position that I'm in right now, this is the position that most people sprain their ankles in. Okay, what they do is they actually roll on their ankle like this, and then their ankle turns and the ligaments on the outside of the foot actually get stretched so much that they get sprained. Okay, this is going to help to strengthen your foot in that position where most people sprain their ankle. Okay, and you're going to do that on the opposite side as well. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to pull your toes up, okay, pulling up towards your knee, okay, holding that for about a count of 10. Now this one is going to probably give you a little bit of a calf stretch, okay, and that's what you want to be feeling, but you also want to be feeling these muscles in here contracting. Okay, so you're going to do that for about 10 seconds. Do that on both feet. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come up onto your toes, raise the heels, and you're going to hold that for about 10 seconds. Now I would do 3 sets of those exercises. Okay, 3 sets of each one. Then what we're going to do is we're going to warm up our ankles, our calves, and our toes by doing some standing calf raises. Okay, just do about 20 of those. Get those nice and warmed up. Okay. Now, one of the things too that's really going to help you prior to actually going out and playing tennis is actually doing a little bit of a warm up with some running. Okay. Now, the way that I always tell people that they should do this is to start slow and gradually work their way up to the speed that they're going to be using while they're playing. Okay, now that might be different depending on whether you play singles or doubles or who your partner is or maybe what age group you're in, but try to get it as close as you can. So maybe starting out just by doing just a little jog in place, okay, maybe for about 30 seconds. Okay, then maybe you're going to want to pick up the speed a little bit. Okay, now eventually you're going to want to start actually doing some lateral motion. Okay, maybe some back, front, Okay? And actually put your feet in the different positions that you're going to be in when you're on the tennis court. Okay? This is going to be really critical because this is going to warm up those muscles and get them prepared for what you're about to do. Okay? Now that warm-up just before you play is going to be probably the most important part of this whole routine, but those isometrics, which can also be done before you play, but should also be done during your normal exercise. If you have a normal exercise routine at, say, like a gym or at your house, those should also be done outside of your normal tennis time. So if you only play tennis once a week, you should still do those isometrics on a daily or semi-daily basis so that you can still get the strengthening effects of those exercises even when you're not actually going to be playing tennis right afterwards. Okay, so start with those, use those exercises as part of your warm-up routine, and use the isometrics as part of your overall kind of general strengthening routine. And I would suggest doing those either every day or every other day. And make sure you drink a lot of water before you go out there, especially in the summertime right now. And just call me or email me if you have any questions. And let me also just remind you that I do have a book that's available on this website. It's called Improve Muscles, Improve Life. And that book is primarily focused on a specific neuromuscular deficiency that a lot of people have. That specific neuromuscular deficiency actually does create a much higher risk of injury, and it also creates a situation in the body where the ailments that you have currently may not be able to heal properly. Okay, so if that sounds like you, if you've got any kind of musculoskeletal type ailment that is just not healing properly, or you find yourself constantly getting injured, or you want to take an extra step to prevent injury, go ahead and download that book, read it. You'll get a lot of good insights there, and it'll answer a lot of questions as to what's going on with your body. Okay, so until next time, this is Chris Verselli signing off. Thanks again for stopping by, and check back in from time to time because we'll be posting new content on a regular basis. All right, God bless.